Inktober. Let's this will be interesting. How's everyone doing? So this was yesterday's Inktober. I have no idea. I didn't look at that because when I did this one, I was out and about, and I didn't look at the list, and the list was Swift. So I started. This one I did here. So I started doing something Swift, but then I was like, screw it. So today is Divided. Hey Nereda, Quentin, Atsugi, Dearbard. So yeah, so this was the Inktober #1. If it wasn't on the list of Swift, but he could be Swift, or maybe lack of being Swift with his fat belly. Anyway, so today is Divided. So let's see how this goes. Hey Chillstrand. All right. Oh, you can see my tattoo. Yeah, look at this. Crazy line art. Pretty cool stuff. All right. Captain Bowes Bjork. How's it going? Okay, coffee. There's coffee. Is it visible? It probably is. All right. Divided. Okay, what time is it? It's 9 past. Okay, I'm gonna call it 10 past. Let's do this. Divided. Okay. Let's do let's do a split monster. Like a crazy looking head that maybe more than one eye. And this head has been like sliced, so it's kind of peeling off, something like that. So that's the take on Divided. Yeah, that tattoo was clearly at early. You can even see this when I'm drawing. I like this one. I can see my tattoo a little bit on the hand as I'm drawing, but it says death. But it's okay. Hey Zelin. All right. How was everyone's weekend? Mine was a lot of children, like walking around, a lot of daddy time, and then super tired Friday night, fell asleep while playing PlayStation. I was just completely zoinking out on the sofa, just head back, snoring. Destiny switched off because of inactivity. Just woke up like 2 in the morning. Nereda, it's getting there. I think it's like a couple of days more and it is fully healed. Yeah, I don't know what that happens with this focus like that. It like the camera pulsates. So we'll see. We'll see. I think it's like dynamically trying to focus the phone. Not really sure. Yeah, and then Saturday. Hey, Oms. Good morning. Captain Jetlag. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Aegis. Good morning. Yeah, the camera tries to... I mean, I need to maybe hide it. Hopefully it won't be too annoying. At least you'll get focus at some point, right? Yeah, Saturday, I think, was more or less the same deal. Just me being super tired, trying to get some work done. but I was really, really slow. I was like really, really tired the whole weekend. Yesterday, more of the same, just tired, so out of energy. But it's all good. I think I rested. And yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but it's at least I've nailed divided at the moment. We'll see where this drawing goes. I think that's the challenge. I think that's what I enjoy with like Inktober, and not doing underdrawing. Just kind of. Let's see if we can open this a little bit more light. Maybe it'll help the camera better. Yeah, the challenge of not having an underdrawing, and just have to put down lines, and then do something with those lines. I think that's one of the things I do really enjoy with Inktober. It's like you just have to draw, and if you mess up, it's a part of the challenge of doing Inktober. Like that's why I enjoy doing them, because I just take a ballpoint pen and sit and sketch something with lines and see what comes out, much like the same like I do with the warm-ups. Just kind of let it go and see what the mind can create. I think that's the beauty of doing Inktober without underdrawings. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing underdrawings. I mean, obviously, a lot of people do amazing drawings that way, and that's all. I think that's really, really cool as well. I'm not shitting on it at all. But also with the Inktober, I mean, there's this whole debate about like how should you be allowed to do Inktober digitally, and then all this shitstorm more or less from a lot of people, like really, really being emotional about it and argumenting and having fights about if digital is allowed in Inktober or not. Hey Bazari, good morning, you're new. Yeah, so for me, I mean, if you want to join in on Inktober digitally, I think that's fine. But you should put like a note in saying it's digital. Just for the sake of, it's called Inktober, not Sketchtober. The idea is that you have to do it in ink, right? Because the whole idea is that go back to traditional media, having the challenge of not being able to erase ink and so on, that is a part of the challenge, right? That is the whole purpose of Inktober, not to sketch every day. I mean, you should do that anyways, but the whole idea of Sketchtober is to use this difficult medium, right? Like ink. It's very permanent. So I mean, if you want to do it digitally, it should be fine. No one. I wouldn't stop anyone from saying I've done Inktober digitally, but I think they should just make sure that is communicated as well then that it's not actually traditional media. It is doing Inktober digitally. That's good. That's interesting. Leftober is definitely a massive challenge. To use your offhand is it's not easy. I used to do, like I showed you guys on my sketchbook special stream, that I used to draw life drawing with my offhand. Oh, that's I screwed up there. That's nice. That's such a challenge to get right, you know, to use your offhand. Jacob Mobley, yeah, exactly. People, it's a bit weird that they get so emotional about it, arguing. I mean, obviously it's the nature of internet and everyone having an opinion and think their opinion is the one true way. A lot of people, I think, it's just they just try too hard to win. I mean, I guess it comes with maturity as well, like knowing that okay, you don't need to win every argument. It's a what's it called in English? Concede, that you go take back, or you allow someone to win. Chillstrand, yeah, of course. It is defeating the purpose of Inktober, but would you able to say that no, you're not allowed to do ink drawings digitally? You're not allowed to play, go home? You know, if someone want to do it digitally, let them. They're only like in a way cheating themselves of the challenge, because the challenge is using ink. But you know, if they don't want to do it, you shouldn't make them, or cry about it, or fight about it. Just say, all right, well, if you don't want to use ink, don't use ink. But I don't know. There's a lot of people with a lot of thoughts about it, and I think those thoughts have some emotional. I don't know what they're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They care too much, I think. Hey, Bruno Romanos. Good morning. Chillstrand. Well, it's not. You can't say it's stupid. Because it's, you know, everyone is free to do whatever they want. But it's like saying, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've made my point clearly. My standpoint on the whole matter about not doing Inktober with traditional media. Whatever you want to do. I know that some people, they imitate ink digitally, and they do a really, really good job about it. You know, it's very fantastic digital ink drawings. And I think that's pretty cool, you know. I'm not complaining. But it's a bit, I think it's a shame though. I mean, there's something special about only using ink, you know, traditional media for this challenge. It's nice to go back and look. Oh yeah, here's the whole of October last year, a drawing a day. Oh no. Oh no. 1 second, guys. I did a mistake. I forgot to charge. Wait. Come on. There we go. There we go. I forgot to charge the phone. Smart guy. Oh, come on. You are not helping. In there. Let's flip. Twitch crashed. That's great. Fantastic. Yeah. God damn it. I thought I had like prepared everything just perfectly. Like that, it's gonna be a cakewalk. Just 30 minutes. Battery is charged. Oh no, yeah. Battery isn't charged. Lesson learned. And we were doing so well as well. We had like 30, 40 viewers. And now we're down to 2. Oh man. 6 viewers. People are dropping back in. But I'm quite sure that most people, all 40, is not going to come back. They're definitely going to be like, screw this guy. He wasn't making any sense anyways. What's in front of the lens? Oh, it's Lego. Should be all good, right? Better now. So what time is it? 25. Oh man. Only 15 minutes. God damn it. This drawing is going to be done. I'm going to start another one soon. This was a easy Inktober today. 15 minutes in and I'm finished. Including the chaos of trying to put the charger in at the very last minute. Nice old ink drawing, ballpoint pen. It's my favorite. In a way, like Alms, you're saying that I'm too fast. It's just that I'm not using an underdrawing. I mean, I'm not saying like look at my amazing, crazy speed either. It's far from being amazing. It's just a sketch. But it's an interesting idea. You know that you should just Why aren't you able? Not you in person, but why aren't we able most of the time to just do art, right? We have to prepare it, we have to sketch it out, we have to make sure everything is correct, we have to all these things like to make sure we don't fail. There's some weird mental behavior there. Right, or some specific thinking stopping us from just creating, and that's why I think doing Sketchtober with just ink and not being too careful about what you're drawing and just create is something that I absolutely love, and that's why also like I really enjoy sketchbooks. and not caring about the sketchbooks and just treating the sketchbooks like I'm doing now, right? I don't care about this drawing. I care about the process of drawing this drawing. Like the drawing itself has no value. In this case, the whole thing that I enjoy doing is the act of creating without planning. Right? That's what I absolutely love with this. And it's not very often that we as commercial artists are free to behave this way, you know, where it doesn't matter if it's good or not, which is an interesting idea in itself, right? That why aren't we? Why does it need to be in a specific standard? Or it needs to be able to sell, sure, but I mean, what is it that needs to be sold? The creativity or the actual drawing as a fine art? Or, you know, what is the purpose of it? I think that's an interesting thing as well to kind of think about. I mean, if you look at Dishonored 2, that the whole game itself is like a work of art, right? Looking at how they treat all the assets that's being created for that game. They even had exhibition of sculptures and paintings of the production art, because they approach the production art as art. There's a interview about it, I think. Not sure really what to Google when it comes to finding it, but it's a really interesting. Was really interesting to see how they actually approached the art to that game, and how they elevated how they viewed the art that was being created. Because I mean, every game has a lot of good artists, right? They're all very, very skilled. They're all, I mean, obviously they wouldn't be in a position where they could draw or paint for a game if they weren't good, right? But I mean, in my career, there's been so many cases where all the art that I created, which, you know, you put a lot of effort and love into, is never shown, right? It's just used for, like, you can inspire a team of hundreds of people creating this game, and yet there's like no recognition of that outwards, you know, which, you know, sounds like I'm salty, but I'm not. You know, I accept the fact that that's the nature of the industry, and I think Dishonored 2 did something really interesting where they did, like, salute the artists by having an exhibit, art exhibit, and they're highlighting the art quite significantly, because, I mean, granted, they have amazing artists working on the project, but it's also the way they treat the artists, I think. I mean, the art director himself, he's quite interesting, and the way he sees art, and we worked with him a few times. It's always interesting. You know, he's very skilled. He has a very specific way of seeing art direction and the art, so on. I'm just hoping in the future, like, art itself becomes I don't know. You don't want art to be the game, right? Because we've all played those kind of indie game art projects. They are boring. I guess it has to be a. I don't know. I don't know what my point is. Dearbard, yeah, exactly. Whoa. Oh, come on. What is it with me today? God damn it. Coffee. Fuck. Yeah, it's all good though. It's the computer is not at this end. But yeah, soon like the phone's gonna blow up or something. The pen is gonna break and ink is gonna pour out. I don't know. Goddamn Mondays. Right, so this drawing, I'm kind of beating it to death. Like, trying to figure out what I could add to it on the remaining, what? 5 minutes. So clearly, I can easily do these Inktober drawings as a 30-minute warm-up, which is fun. So this whole October, I think I'll be doing the Inktober drawings on the warm-ups. I think it's great. It's two birds in one stone. Unfortunately today the stream is going to be divided. But yeah, this is going to be a fun October, I think. Nice also to do sketchbook stuff every day and sharing it. I don't know. This drawing feels definitely done. Like I'm finished with it. Damn coffee. Luckily, I had just had all the coffee, and it was just at the very bottom. And I thought, oh yeah, that's great. And I could feel it not sitting correctly, and I was like, oh, I'm done anyways. Luckily, what if I would spill coffee? And of course I spilled coffee. Man. Idiot. The bitter aftertaste of coffee. Yeah, I actually love the bitter aspect of coffee. When I buy coffee in like better coffee places where you can choose what kind of coffee you want, I always go for a bitter, dark bitter coffee. I love it. I love cold. Cold black coffee is actually for me quite tasty. I don't like it sweet. All right. This drawing is done. Arms, yeah. Jacob Mobley, the acidic, it doesn't affect me that much actually. The kind of acid aspect of coffee, acidic aspect of coffee. All right. Cold white coffee. I used to love milk with coffee, but I enjoy black coffee way more. All right, that's it. Let's try to show some unnecessary details, but maybe you will enjoy looking at something. All right, tomorrow is poison, so that's going to be fun. So have a fantastic day. Good night on that end of the world. Stay away from Las Vegas. If you guys haven't heard, there was some crazy person shooting automated rifle into a concert. Anyways, you're gonna see it over the news, I'm quite sure. Have a good one, everyone, and see you on Discord. Adieu, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. I don't know anymore. Bye.